Bagfuel, baby.
What was the recording process like with him? And the reason why, right? Nip used to come to New York a lot. Mm-hmm. So his Brooklyn goons, his Brooklyn family had hit me to do the interview. This is years ago, 2010. So he had bullets, ain't got no name and all of that. And I remember he's just sitting there. We had just finished the interview and they said, hang out with us. He about to record some heat. And nigga, 5 hours went by. And he didn't even walk to the booth. Like, Nip does this. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, I got somewhere to be at 6 a.m. Say hi. And I'll circle back later and he's like, he still ain't recorded. I'm like, it's like he do that all the time. So what was that like?
Oh yeah. So we was just laughing about that yesterday.
Yeah. We going through that, yeah.
He would just smoke and go to sleep.
You know, we learned about Nip through that process. He's an orthodox artist, meaning like, you know, most artists, like, when they write into music, they go right in and get it done. Mm-hmm. He wasn't that person. He was more like, let me think about what I'm gonna say. And he might have thought about it like, we had a studio with him, so bro, we went a whole year of not recording, so it was, we was stressed out. So we was we went a whole year. I'm talking about liking all the beats, we doing everything, but it was like, so we was thrown off for a little bit, and then, man, we just had to tell him like, bro, we got to turn it up, or this, you know what I'm saying, this ain't gonna work as a team. And then that's when we started dropping. The first song we dropped was Ocean Views from that time, from that conversation. And then that's when he started just dropping music and started like recording and getting back into energy. But I don't think he was inspired. I think, he's like someone that got to be inspired. One thing I did notice about him is when he get around like real artists, he record right away.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? If Young Thug or somebody in the room, or he's recording fast. Nas, anybody's in that room, he gonna record fast, because now it's competitive. But I think when it's just
himself,
What
is he, an overthinker?
I think he's a preparation person. I've never seen an artist be prepared, be prepared for their career. You know what I'm saying? He, from everything, like how he want to look to businesses, all these things, he's compiling all these things at once. So I never really seen an artist like that. You know what I'm saying?
Could he been wrapped up in all the different ventures that he be doing that it could have prevented him from laying down records? Or? I know y'all looking at each other. To be in the studio with a dude for a year and have him like beats and rock with beats and not record nothing, I don't even know how y'all dealt with it. And being his in-house producers, it's like, I need you to record on this shit so other people can hear my sound so we can further go get money.
And then he's going around telling everybody, yeah, the album coming out, but to everybody else, we looking weird. Like, what you mean the album coming out? We ain't heard nothing, he don't record. So it was, I ain't gonna lie, man, it was tough. I remember Nip went to New York to hang out in New York to just catch a different energy. He went to Miami because we had just lost our studio. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nowhere to be. And I think that killed the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like being at your house and you lose your crib right when you just built it. And so it's like now you're not really, now I'm about to go do something else. Because energy wasn't right. But I ain't gonna lie, that was the tough thing for me and Keys. Just as producers, going through that process, bro, was tough.
Oh yeah, it was
and
tough.
Stressful, because we like, what's going on? Like, but then he telling us like, nah, I got a plan for everything. So we like, all right. Then one day we was like, nah, enough's enough, bro. You got to record.
Was y'all financially secure when Nip wasn't recording and y'all was doing all the beats for that year?
We was fucked up. He said we was fucked up. But you know, one thing I love about Nip is he was a nigga that I'll be like, yo, Nip, I'm fucked up. I got to pay some rent or something. He'll write you a blank check. He was that guy. So it was like me and Keys, when we got a studio with Nip, we told him, like, we was like, look, this don't have nothing to do with no managers, none of that shit. We gonna talk to you. We fucking with you. we believe in you, and we know the money is gonna come eventually if we do what we're supposed to do. So that was the conversation that we always had with Nip from the jump.
Was he writing shit and just not recording it? Did he just come in and be like, the beats, I got songs now?
I think with him, he has to actually go through something in his life for him to actually talk about it, because nothing he talks about is fake. It's all real. Like every story he told was all something he went through in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, he didn't want to just say nothing, just record just for no reason.
Yeah, because even when we was doing the album, we had songs with Future and like all the shit that, you would expect. Yeah, but when we went back and listened to it, it didn't feel correct.
Yeah.
And the Future shit sound dope, but it didn't feel like it matched the energy. You know what I'm saying? Or what he was talking about and everything he was doing,
Did y'all know that was a masterpiece when y'all was working on it, or when y'all was done?
I think while we was working on it, it started coming together. Because this is really the first time we really working on the album like this, to where like people from the outside telling us, like, DJ Head, right? Like he coming in and he's like, yo, this sound like a classic. Like people telling us like yo, y'all got something.
Redman was with us for a whole month. We had introduced him to Nip, and he used to come to our studio every morning, go work out, and he used to go to Paramount with us. And when Redman told us, I was like, he was like, y'all got something, Neff.
I mean, every song hits differently on that project. Even, Grinding on My Life. Like that right there is like a universal song.
That was the first song I think he did, right? Grinding on My Life.
And
that was the first song he did.
How did that come about? Because
that came from Murder Beats.
Murder Beats. So it's crazy. I think Murder Beats DM Nip and was like, yo, he had just came to LA. And he was like, man, I'm just trying to work. And Nip was like, pull up to the studio. And that was like before Murder Beats is the Murder Beats that y'all know of.
Yeah. How many records did y'all do on the album?
14.
And how many records was on it?
17.
17. So y'all did everything but 3.
Yeah.
So Murder Beats did 1, Hit
Jake
Boy
won,
did 1, and Jake
Jake
won
and Sap. Yeah, he did the victory lap.
He did the intro.
The intro, the victory lap, yeah.
And what's that like going through that? Because there are times you can be in the tornado and you're recognizing this tornado doing damage, but the world don't know yet. It's like within that first session you're recording, do you know it's up, or it took about 2 to 3 songs, or was it till the totality? You're like, oh, we went.
I think it's halfway through.
I think
halfway through.
Come on.
I think what's really crazy is like when we first started truly working with Nip, that's when we started working on Victory Lap, like during Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them songs that's on Victory Lap was supposed to be on Crenshaw. Like Right Hand of God, I think Real Big was supposed to be on there, but he was like...
We did those beats and songs in 2013.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they still, they made them. And
like
what it feels like with Jay and Nip, all them beats got done at the same time in 2013.
Yeah.
So we thinking like, oh, this shit coming out right now. That shit didn't come out to way years later.
It's bad,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.